The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80! Double tight. 21.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Buccaneers have it.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Check four. Safe. Shift. Hey, switch gears. Check. Hey, 5-0. Let's go.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you.
The give is to Jones. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I'm coming for you, son. Hey, check 24.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Blue ready. Line 36. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, even. Under crunch.
2nd down, Winston. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Ready. Blue ready. System, Mike. So we got man.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to float this over the middle deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Here we go, even. Check 31. Let's go.
Running right, Jones. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, check 33. 33. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Yo. Easy. 5-0.
Winston now. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Go. Check it.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 3. 1, Omaha.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
21. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Greystone, grab it.
We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
65.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch this. Hey, go. Let's go.
To throw is Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. and this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, it's Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Ready? Black 25 behind. Hey. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike, check, 59. Echo. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Flip it. A little flat.
First down, Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Watch out. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston from the gun on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack. All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has an alter.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Now this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Well, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Check your hot read. Easy. Come on. Sunday. Easy. Mike's 59.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got wide. Flip it. Easy. There we go.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
36.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 33. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Winston. It's caught. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? Blue 80. 59. Man, I got you.
A first down throw for Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Wait. Easy. Banjo. Mike's 59. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. 16 yards, a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Winston now to throw on first down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, 31 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught at the 20. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, you're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's fast.
And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
54. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check. Crunch. 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 Switch. Hey, gun.
A toss running left. McKinnon. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
Slam. Wait. Kill. 80 weapon. Kill. Watch the twist.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught out left by Perriman. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike 36.
Working out of the gun. Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1. And this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check.
A give to Jones. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go. Check safety.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22.
We got to step it up. Check 26. Check it out.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And yet again it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo again. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Check 15. Check 15.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Jones. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Green, come and see. Check 49. Check 49.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Ready? Blue ready. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you.
So for the Bucs, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.